Hi, I'm Turner Rajavian.
And I'm Fields Dunson here with SCI News, and we have a breaking news story on nuclear waste problems.
Today our country and the rest of the world is facing a huge problem with nuclear waste disposal.
Nuclear waste is the material that nuclear fuel becomes after it's used in a reactor.
It's primarily made up of uranium, oxygen, and steel.
Nuclear waste, also known as spent fuel, is very radioactive and dangerous to humans, and it remains that way for thousands of years.
And that's the problem that our country and the world is facing today. Most people are not properly disposing of this harmful material.
So where are we going to put this fuel, and how are we going to dispose of it?
Let's take it over to Fields Dunson, our field reporter, for more information on this subject.
Hi, this is Fields Dunson, reporting live from a nuclear waste site. Let's go check it out. The biggest problem with nuclear waste is how it's stored and where it's disposed. Disposing of their nuclear waste in rivers or waterways like this one, creeks, when this is very bad for the ecosystem. In the year 2000, there were 220,000 tons of spent fuel, which is nuclear waste, disposed globally, and that is increasing by 10,000 tons every year. Not only is nuclear waste bad for humans, but it's also very detrimental to the environment. So make sure that if you do have any nuclear waste that you're disposing of it properly, safely, and with care.
Well, thank you for that, Fields.
You're welcome, Turner.
Now, another thing that people need to know when it comes to radioactive material is that this highly dangerous substance, within a few feet of it, can kill you or lead to serious sickness.
Let's look at an example from the past. The nuclear disaster Chernobyl.
The Chernobyl accident in 1986 was the result of a flawed reactor design that was operated with inadequately trained personnel. The resulting steam explosion fires released at least 5% of the radioactive core into the atmosphere and downwind. 2 Chernobyl plant workers died on the night of the accident, and a further 28 people died within a few weeks as a result of acute radiation poisoning.
The main problem with nuclear waste is disposal and storage. There have been proposed sites of storage for nuclear waste at Yucca Mountains, but this was a failed project because the geological site was not stable enough to sustain the nuclear waste. Nuclear waste is kept underwater until the radiation decays enough to be put into large concrete storage casks. The big problem with this is that a lot of companies don't have the equipment to dispose properly this nuclear waste.
Options for final disposal of nuclear waste include deep geological storing and recycling. Nuclear waste dumping is a problem we'll face for many years unless we figure out something now.
For now, we can just hope that humans will stay away from nuclear waste to avoid acute radiation poisoning and death. Let's do our best to save the environment.
This is SCI News signing off. Have a good night.
On nuclear waste issues that we can't wait to share with you.
We can't mutter off at the end.
Now hold your horses, Turner.
No, I wasn't right that.
Okay.
No, just say what it is.
I've got to make this a little bit more like a conversation.
But there was no reason to say it.
No, because you were like going into it.
Okay.
Okay. Now before we get all wait, hold on. I can see your hate glares through that. Just give me a second. Okay. Now, before we get into the bigger issue of the nuclear waste storage facilities.
No, you can't do it right. Because you gotta say it seriously, I'm telling you. It's not gonna get any better if you're not gonna say it seriously. Or if you can't make it a conversation, you just gotta knock it out.
If it's not a conversation, it's gonna be a bunch of clips. I'm just trying to make this more realistic, Turner. I'm just really trying.
Yeah, we'll go right now. Like, just go. Just say what nuclear waste is, and I'll go. It is primarily made up of uranium, oxygen, and steel.
Okay. I got look something again.
Primarily made up of oxygen, steel, and hydrogen. You can't laugh.
I'm sorry, Turner. I'm sorry. I'm a happy person.
Keep it together for like 30 seconds.
Okay. The waste remains that way for thousands of years.
The problem our country and the world is facing today is that people are not properly properly disposing of their waste. Okay, of their nuclear waste.
Do I have to go again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we got this. It's okay.